This is Solid Radio.
You're listening to me, Special J, on Solid Radio, and he's back. Yes, Morgan Squires Watson is back with Lady Human here on Solid Radio. We've been asking the question, do you have any questions you'd like to ask Lady Human about Morgan and his brothers? And you certainly did. So here to answer those questions is Lady Human, Ria Watson. Ria, we're delighted to have you back here on Solid Radio with us. Kicking off the show with question 1, we've had Janet Elgar and Kate Harding and Veronica Gibbard all want to know, where do you buy Morgan's outfits from? Is it from your local charity shop?
I get Morgan's outfits from several places, including pet shops and online, and his hoodies I have imported from Hoodcat in America. But over the last couple of months, I've been buying a lot of them from our local charity shops in Aylsham and Cromer, as it turns out he's the same size as a newborn baby.
What's Morgan and his brother's favourite breakfast, and is there a food he doesn't like that his brothers do? This one's from Scampy, Minister of Boxers.
Morgan and Morris are far from fussy eaters. They'll eat pretty much anything they can get their paws on, both human and cat food. The only thing so far that Morgan's decided he doesn't like is olives, and he does have a real thing about bread. Mr. Bimble and Henry, on the other hand, are far more fussy, and generally they only eat their cat food and maybe the occasional bit of chicken.
This one's from our own Sooty, the Solid Radio cat. Do any of Morgan's brothers secretly try on his clothes while he's out sun puddling?
I think his brothers would be horrified at the thought of having to wear clothes, but I think I have spotted Morris eyeing up Morgan's watermelon.
Sonia Derbyshire asks, does the fabulous Morgan have matching collars for his outfits, and what is his favourite area of the house or garden that he likes to relax in, and why?
Mog does have some collars and some little bow ties that he gets from Fur City Dog Bows to match his outfits, but they're only really for special occasions like Christmas. He does look rather smart with them though. As for his favourite places, I think his favourite place in the garden to chill out would have to be the picnic bench or in his summer house, which is actually my greenhouse, or in the back of the Land Rover. Though on a hot day he's rather fond of sleeping in Cat Condo, which we made for him in the run up to that recent heat wave.
Chloe Barnes is asking the question on everybody's lips. Is Morgan Squires Watson allowed visitors to come and give him a cuddle?
Absolutely, we gladly welcome visitors, though he's actually quite shy, so he tends to hide away from people he doesn't know. He has had a few people come to visit over the last few months, and I'm sure he'd welcome more. I think his furthest visitor came all the way from Texas to see him.
When is Morgan and my Morris's birthday? Love and head bumps, Molly.
Though we don't know their exact birthdays as they were rescue boys, we have worked out approximately when it is, so we celebrate it on the 18th of August.
This next one's from Michelle Elaine Anastasia Barton, and she wants to know, how did Morgan Squires Watson come to be with his Lady Human and Man Human?
About 2.5 years ago, Morgan and Morris were rescued by us from a home where they weren't being looked after very well, so they came to join us all at Moggy Manor. I honestly believe that day changed both their lives and ours.
And the two Claires want to know, that's Claire Woodward and Claire Binks, what's Morgan and his brothers' favourite toys?
I think his favourite toys have to be his jingly ball and his dish sponge. He always used to steal dish sponges from the kitchen to play with, and then a couple of years ago one of our friends got him one of his own, a bright yellow dish sponge, and he absolutely loves it.
Deborah Danner wants to know, how did What's It Wednesday start?
What's It Wednesday was a bit of an accident really. I was eating a bag of them for my lunch and he kept pestering me, so I gave him one to try. I put a photo up on his Facebook of it, and his online friends named it What's It Wednesday. It's kind of stuck from then on and has become a bit of a Wednesday tradition.
Out of all your outfits, Morgan, which is your favourite? And that's from Dobby, Onks and their Humum, Carol.
Now that's a hard one. I think it has to be a tie between his green pom-pom hoodie and the baked bean t-shirt, though I think he loves them all. Of course, we can't forget the watermelon, orange and donut collars that he's been wearing recently. They're definitely up there in the favourites as well.
Kathy Kinney wants a bit of advice, Ria. Her question is, what milk does Morgan have? She's tried hers on lactose-free, but they're not interested. Any suggestions, Ria?
The boys either have lactose-free cow's milk or sometimes goat's milk, which we buy from the supermarket, but they're only interested in it if it's full fat for some reason.
And Jane Blight wants to know, who's the oldest, Morgan or my Morris?
We don't actually know which one of them's oldest, being that they're rescue boys. We don't know too much of their history, But we always think of Morris as being the older brother just because he's much bigger.
Bear Richards says, Morgan Squires Watson, you know how much I love your rock metal themed hoodies, but which is your favourite band?
He says it's very hard to choose as he likes so many different types of music, but if he had to pick his two absolute favourite bands, I think he'd choose Foo Fighters and also Social Distortion.
Well, you heard it first here on Solid Radio. Amber wants to know, Morgan, when are you getting married and will you be wearing a top hat to go with your tail? Lots of love, Amber.
I think Mog's a bit young to be tied down at the moment, but as and when he does, of course he'll be wearing his top hat and absolutely a bow tie too.
And Sue Hine wants to know, apart from Wotsits, what's your other favourite human food?
Now, that's a hard question. Other than Wotsits, I think it'd have to be cheese and chicken, and of course Frazzles, though he'll pretty much eat anything.
We've got another question from the lovely Sonia Derbyshire. This one's to you, Lady Human. If you could have a dinner party for 6 people, and it could be absolutely anyone, fictional, real, ghosts, ooh, who would they be and why?
Blimey, that one's got me thinking. I'd absolutely have to have my late mum and dad and also my father-in-law there. Man human, because he'd be pretty miffed if he missed out on a party. I think Noel Fitzpatrick, the super vet, and can I bring the cats as a collective number 6? If not, I think Jackson Galaxy.
Maggie Cole wants to know, apart from my Morris, does Morgan have a favourite brother between Henry and Mr. Bimble?
Oh, favourite cat brother. I think it'd have to be Mr. Bimble, purely because Henry bosses him about and tells him off. Mr. Bimble's more like a dad to him, as he took the boys under his paw when they first arrived here at Moggy Manor.
The question on everybody's lips is there going to be a 2023 calendar?
Morgan's 2023 calendar will be raising money for Cat Welfare Group, Tracy Cat's Kitten Rescue and East Coast Pet Rescue. All the profits will be split between the 3 charities equally. The photo selection's still open until tomorrow evening for the public to vote on their favourites to be included, and they'll be on sale from Thursday the 1st of September at £9 each plus postage, and will ship worldwide. If you'd like to order one or several, or any of his other Mogwear, you can get in touch with us on Morgan's Facebook page, which is MogMan's Wardrobe, or on his Instagram account, which is mogmans_wardrobe. Last year we sold 650 calendars, which went all over the world and raised an amazing £3,405. So it'd be amazing if we could beat that.
Well, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed all the answers to those questions. I know I have. I'd just like to say also that Morgan has so far raised over £14,000 for chosen charities, and it just keeps going on and on and on. Well done, Morgan, and well done, Lady Human.
This is Solid Radio.